You already have a stack of books on your nightstand, don't you? Maybe if I read enough, I'll know exactly what's going to happen when things get hard. I get it. You solved every hard problem in your life by out-preparing it. But before we go into the list of books to read before your journey, know this. This is the one thing you can't outread your way through. So let's talk about what actually is worth your time and what you should put down. 10 years as a paramedic and an additional 10 years as an executive taught me that other perspectives and frameworks are helpful. And it's up to me to do the work myself. I'm Garrett, and I coach executives, founders, physicians, and nurses, really anyone who's built a life on being the one who's driven enough to make shit happen, and now you're tired of acting like everything's fine. If that's you and you're preparing for a psychedelic experience, this video's for you. It's also the second in a series that includes who to trust in the room, how to build your integration plan, and how to settle your body before medicine day. I'm covering it all. This video is about what books may be helpful as you prepare for your experience and in the days and weeks after. So let's get started. Here's my bias, and you should know it going in. Insight isn't the problem. Insight is the addiction. You can collect every framework, every first-person account, every neuroscience paper on this experience, and still walk in exactly as unprepared as someone who read nothing. Because reading about surrender isn't surrendering. As I mentioned in my last video, allowing is my favorite intention for a journey. And we'll get more into that in the following videos. Use these books to lower your fear, not write yourself a script for what exactly to expect. The second you notice you're reading to predict the experience instead of understand it, put the book down. You already know the difference because it's what you've been doing your entire career. Now, most of what's written about this space is written for people trying to find themselves. You already know who you are. You built a career, a life, maybe a family, by being relentlessly competent. And now you're exhausted by the performance of it all. Look for anything that talks about that exhaustion directly. Burnout, high functioning anxiety, the gap between what your life looks like from the outside and what it feels like on the inside. That's your entry point, not the wellness industrial complex stuff written for somebody with completely different problem than yours. The first book I'll cover is The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. It's the book I started with when I was in the very early days of my personal development journey and before I even started microdosing or did a macrodose journey. It talks about the uninvited roommate in your head and gives you practical tools to navigate that, change that relationship with that ongoing chatter inside of your head. I love this book because it gives you the practical tools that will be super helpful for you as you work through integration. The next book I would recommend is How to Change Your Mind by Michael Pollan. Now, full disclosure, I haven't read this book yet, but it is a book that is constantly brought up in circles and clients that I work with. Many people point to it as a great entry point when you are thinking about working with psychedelics. The next book I'll cover is Consciousness Medicine by Francois Borzat. This book is a favorite of mine because it gives you a good overview of the indigenous wisdom that comes along with working with psychedelics. And a large portion of the book is focused on integration. There's a big somatic component, which is also a big favorite of mine, especially in the work that I do personally and with clients. And if you're looking for a good overview of not just what's coming out of the labs in the US now, but a more historical and ancient wisdom perspective, this is a great book to read. And for the next book, I have Meditation with Intention by Anusha Wejia-Kumar. This book is a great start, quick and easy read to give you the basics around meditation. Meditation or mindfulness, any practice where you are working to actively train your mind, just like you would train a muscle in the gym, is a good practice for preparation as you step into working with psychedelic medicine. It gives you some tools and regulation practices so that if things get challenging or if you need to downregulate your system a little bit, you already have the tools prepared and ready. And finally, Psychedelics and the Soul by Simon Yogler. This book brings psychedelic wisdom and merges it with ancient mythology and really helps to paint a good picture for comparisons and insights you can get from psychedelics, as you also might be familiar with ancient mythology. This can be a bit of a long read, but it does provide some great frameworks as you're trying to wrap your head around how psychedelic medicines can be a part of your transformation journey. Now, I suggest that you pick 2 books instead of sitting with overwhelm for too long. That's it. That's your assignment. Read them in the weeks before your experience, not the days before, so that you give the ideas room to settle instead of cramming them in like you're studying for a midterm. And while you're reading, make sure you catch yourself. Are you absorbing this, or are you building a script? If it's a script in any way, you already know what I'm going to say. Put the book down. The full list of books and links is below in the description. You don't need to read all of them, and I encourage you to read enough to reduce the fear, and then stop. In the next video, I'll provide guidance around how to best prepare with the people you let into the room on Medicine Day, and exactly what to ask them before you trust them with this experience. And if additional support would be helpful as you prepare, check in the description to book a call with me. I may also have some other book recommendations that could be helpful if what I recommended in this short video didn't resonate.